All praise is for Allah, the most wise, the most merciful, the one who tests his servants not to break them, but to raise them. Peace and blessings be upon Prophet Muhammad, who showed us through his own life that hardship is not a sign of abandonment, but often a sign of closeness to Allah. How to deal with hardships in Islam. Hardships are a part of every human life.
Pain, loss, fear,
Delays, disappointment. No believer is exempt. But Islam does not ask us to merely endure hardship. It teaches us how to respond to it, how to grow through it, and how to turn pain into reward. Hardship is not a punishment by default. One of the biggest misunderstandings is believing that hardship always means Allah is angry. Allah clearly says, "Do people think that they will be left alone because they say, 'We believe,' and will not be tested?" Surah Al-Ankabut 29:2. Tests are a proof of faith, not its absence. Even the prophets, the most beloved to Allah, were tested the most. The life of the prophet and hardship. The Prophet Muhammad lost his parents early, faced rejection and humiliation, was physically attacked, lost beloved children, endured poverty and hunger, yet Allah never abandoned him. This teaches us, hardship does not mean Allah loves you less. Why Allah sends hardships. Islam explains multiple wisdoms behind hardship. 1. To purify sins.
The Prophet said,
"No fatigue, nor disease, nor sorrow, nor sadness, nor hurt, nor distress befalls a Muslim, even the prick of a thorn, except that Allah expiates some of his sins because of it." Bukhari and Muslim. Pain cleans what comfort cannot. 2. To raise your rank. Some levels in Jannah cannot be reached through deeds alone. Hardship lifts believers spiritually. The Prophet said, "If Allah intends good for someone, he afflicts him with trials." Bukhari. 3. To bring you back to Allah. Ease can distract. Hardship awakens. Allah says, "And we tested them with good times and bad times so that they might return." Surah Al-Araf 7:168. Hardship reconnects the heart to its creator. The first response, Sabr, patience. Patience in Islam is not silence without pain. Sabr means controlling reactions, avoiding complaints against Allah, continuing obedience despite difficulty. Allah promises, "Indeed, Allah is with the patient." Surah Al-Baqarah 2:153. And he says, "The patient will be given their reward without measure." Surah Az-Zumar 39:10. Sabr does not mean suppressing emotions. Islam does not forbid tears. Prophet Yaqub cried until his eyes turned white, yet Allah praised his patience. True Sabr is complaining to Allah, not about Allah. Turning hardship into dua. Hardship opens the door of dua. Allah says, "Call upon me, I will respond to you." Surah Ghafir 40:60. The Prophet said, "Dua is the essence of worship." Tirmidhi. Hardship makes dua sincere, stripped of pride and expectation. Trusting Allah's wisdom, tawakkul. Tawakkul means trusting Allah after effort. Allah says, "And whoever relies upon Allah, then he is sufficient for him." Surah At-Talaq 65:3. You may not understand why something hurts, but Allah knows why it is necessary. Remembering that this world is temporary. Hardships feel heavy when we expect the dunya to be perfect. Allah reminds us, this worldly life is only enjoyment of delusion. Surah Al Imran 3:185. Permanent comfort is not here, it is in Jannah. Hardship and hope must coexist. Islam never allows despair. Allah says, "Do not despair of the mercy of Allah." Surah Az-Zumar 39:53. Even in the darkest moment, hope remains an act of worship. Gratitude, even in difficulty. Shukr during hardship changes the heart. The Prophet said, "Amazing is the affair of the believer. Everything that happens to him is good. If he is afflicted with hardship, he is patient, and that is good for him." Muslim. Gratitude does not deny pain. It acknowledges Allah's presence within it. Hardship as a test of character. Hardship reveals
who you trust, how you speak,
what you prioritize, where your faith truly lies. Allah says, so that Allah may make evident those who are truthful and those who are false. Surah Al-Ankabut 29:3. Seeking strength through the Qur'an. Allah describes the Qur'an as healing, and we send down of the Qur'an that which is a healing and a mercy for the believers. Surah Al-Isra 17 hours 82 minutes. During hardship, read slowly. Reflect deeply. Let verses speak to your pain. The Qur'an gives meaning to suffering. The power of tahajjud during hardship. Night prayer is a weapon of the believer. The Prophet stood long nights in prayer during the hardest periods of his life. Allah says, indeed, the hours of the night are more effective for reflection. Surah Al-Muzammil 73:6. Hardship is temporary, reward is eternal. Allah promises, indeed, with hardship comes ease. Surah Ash-Shar 94:6. Notice Allah says with hardship, not after. Ease exists even if unseen. When relief is delayed. Delay does not mean rejection. Allah delays because you are being prepared. Something better is coming. Protection is needed. Your dua is being saved. Allah's timing is perfect. How the believer should not respond. Islam warns against complaining against Allah, losing hope, abandoning prayer, becoming bitter. These reactions increase pain instead of healing it. A final reminder for the struggling heart. If you are struggling, Allah sees you. Allah hears you. Allah is closer than you think. Your hardship is not meaningless. O Allah, grant us patience during trials. Strengthen our hearts with faith. Replace our pain with peace. And make every hardship a means of closeness to you. Ameen. If this reminder brought clarity to your heart, share it with someone facing hardship. Subscribe for reminders that strengthen faith during difficult times. May Allah grant you ease, strength, and unwavering trust in Him.